If you've been diving into Dissidia Duellum Final Fantasy, you've probably noticed those little things called job medals popping up. At first glance, they might look like just another collectible, but trust me, they're way more than that. These medals are actually key to boosting your favorite characters and giving your team some serious edge. Whether you're into dishing out damage or soaking it up like a pro, there's a medal that can help you shine. What's really fun is how these medals tie into the classic Final Fantasy jobs we all know and love. Want to be the ultimate tank or the clutch support that keeps everyone alive? There's a medal for that too. In this video, we're going to break down the best job medals, show you how to use them, and help you figure out which ones fit perfectly with your squad. So grab your gear and let's dive in. I'm quickly moving on to the video and I'm ranking job medals in Dissidia Duellum Final Fantasy. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support.
The job medals in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Samurai, Knight, Black Mage, and Bard. You know that feeling when your party is screaming for help and you're standing there like, well, I could do something maybe? Yeah, that's where the C tier job medals come in. Definitely not the flashy heroes, but secretly kind of the unsung backbone of your team. Let's break down why even the meh jobs still matter. First up, the Samurai. This little guy boosts both attack and health. Now you might think, support characters aren't supposed to fight, why bother? But trust me, every point of attack and health can be the difference between surviving one more turn or wiping the floor with your face. Being able to defend yourself gives you precious seconds to heal or strategize, and that is gold. Next, we have the Knight. The Knight focuses purely on defense. Think of them like that friend who always insists on wearing a helmet while riding a bike. Even though it doesn't make them faster, it keeps them alive. Knights don't give you extra stats like Samurai, but if you're the kind of player who values tankiness over anything else, this is your go-to. Swap them around in your priorities if you feel like survival first, damage later. Moving on to the Black Mage, the classic all-offense, no-chill job medal. It increases your attack only. Not the flashiest, not the most versatile, but absolutely essential if your melee or range character wants to actually hit something before getting hit themselves. Sometimes bare minimum is just enough to keep the enemy guessing. And then, we've got the Bard. Oh, the Bard. This one decreases the duration of status ailments. You know those annoying conditions like poison or silence that make you want to throw your controller out the window? Yeah, bards help with that. They may not punch hard or wear giant armor, but keeping your healer alive while everyone else panics is basically a superpower. Here's the fun part. While all these C tier medals might seem like the backup singers of your party, they each bring a little quirk that can turn a close fight around. Samurai makes sure you don't die too fast, Knight makes sure the hits don't hurt as much, Black Mage makes sure you can actually dish some pain back, and Bard, well, Bard just annoys the enemy less with status effects lingering too long. Honestly, using these medals isn't about stealing the spotlight. It's about making your team function smoothly. It's like a well-oiled machine. Even the smallest cog keeps the gears turning, and sometimes that small cog is the difference between a wipe and a victory. So next time you're picking your job medals in Dissidia Duellum Final Fantasy, don't just scroll past the C tier. They might not get the epic cinematic shots, but in the thick of battle, you'll be glad they're there. At the end of the day, these medals prove that even the least exciting roles have their charm. You just have to use them smartly and maybe give them a little love. After all, sometimes the underdogs carry the day, one tiny stat boost at a time. The job medals in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Thief, Monk, and Ninja. Ever feel like you need to run faster than your problems? Well, that's basically the life of a healer in Dissidia Duellum Final Fantasy, and that's why the B tier job medals start shining here. They're all about speed, survival, and just enough offense to keep things interesting. First, the Thief. This little rascal boosts your movement speed. Imagine trying to dodge a massive sword swing while juggling your healing spells. Yeah, that's where Thief comes in. Faster movement means you can kite enemies, stay alive longer, and give your teammates a fighting chance to cover your soft, squishy behind. Next, we've got the Monk. The classic tanky type. Monk increases your health, letting you soak up more hits than usual. It's not as flashy as other medals, but when you need to be the wall that stands in the way of disaster, extra health can save your party. Just don't expect them to turn the tide alone. Then there's the Ninja. Now this one's a little combo deal. Increased attack and movement speed. perfect for hitting hard, running fast, and disappearing before the enemy even realizes what just happened. Ninjas are the ultimate hit-and-run specialists, giving you the edge in skirmishes where timing is everything. All of these B-tier medals are about keeping your characters mobile and survivable. They might not have the insane utility of higher tiers, but in the chaos of battle, being fast and resilient can sometimes matter more than raw power. So when you're assembling your party, think of B tier as the agile middleweights. They don't steal the spotlight, but they make sure your team can dance around the battlefield without falling apart. It's subtle, it's sneaky, and it's surprisingly effective. In short, if C tier was about staying alive and B tier is about moving smart, then B tier is your ticket to dodging disaster while still landing your punches. Sometimes speed and a bit of extra health is all you need to turn a fight around. The job medals in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, White Mage, Warrior, and Hunter. Alright, now we're entering the Make Your Enemies Cry zone, a tier job medals. These are the ones that really start to feel like you're carrying the team, or at least making everyone else look good while you do it. First up, the White Mage. This medal increases your recovery amount, which basically means bigger heals for your party. We're talking, oh thank God you're here levels of healing. Not only does it keep you alive, but it keeps everyone else standing tall too. If support is your vibe, this is the medal you want front and center. Next, the Warrior. This one boosts both attack and defense. Think of it as the ultimate all-rounder, tough enough to stay in the fight longer and strong enough to actually do some damage while you're at it. It's like a walking tank with a sword. Never underestimate the power of being both durable and deadly. Then we have the Hunter. This medal specializes in dealing extra damage to bosses and monsters. Basically, it turns you into a nightmare for big enemies. When paired with something like a Time Mage, you've got a combo that can make even the toughest encounters feel like a stroll in the park. What's awesome about A tier is how balanced these medals are. They don't just give you a single stat boost, they enhance what your character is supposed to do. Healers heal better, warriors hit harder and last longer, and damage dealers crush their targets. Everything starts to click together like a well-oiled machine. So, when you're picking your medals in Dissidia Duellum Final Fantasy, treat a tier like your ace in the hole. These are the ones that can actually turn the tide of a battle, making your party feel unstoppable while you silently rack up the MVP points. The job medals in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Sage, Blue Mage, and Time Mage. Are the S tier medals, the big leagues, the stop messing around, we mean business crew. These are the medals that make you feel like your party is unstoppable. And honestly, they're a little bit like cheating, in the best way possible. Let's start with the Sage. This medal increases team bravery from purifying crystals. In plain English, that means your support characters can help your whole team rack up bravery faster. Picture Kryle tossing around bravery like candy at a parade. Your allies suddenly hit harder and feel unstoppable. That's the kind of behind-the-scenes magic that wins fights. Next, the Blue Mage. This one decreases damage taken from bosses and monsters. Tanks, rejoice. Your job is literally to be the wall between your squishier teammates and the monsters trying to ruin their day. With Blue Mage, that wall is way sturdier, letting your team do all the damage while you just shrug off hits like it's nothing. Then we have the Time Mage. This is all about decreasing ability cooldowns. If you're a melee or ranged character, every second counts. Faster cooldowns mean more attacks, more spells, and more chaos for your enemies. Basically, you become a non-stop damage machine while everyone else scrambles to keep up. S-tier medals aren't just strong, they're strategic. Each one enhances what your character is meant to do, but in a way that can completely tilt the battle in your favor. Supporters empower the team, tanks soak more damage, and attackers unleash relentless fury. Honestly, if you want to feel like a hero in Dissidia Duellum Final Fantasy, these are the medals you aim for. They make the party feel like a finely tuned orchestra, where every note hits perfectly and the enemies are left scrambling. So when you're looking at your medal choices, remember, S tier isn't just about raw power, it's about making every member of your team a superstar. Pick wisely and watch your party dominate the battlefield like never before. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.